Okay, what did I think of E3 and all the little press conferences? What did I think? Well, one particular was the worst. Nintendo was, nah, Sony did what they were supposed to do. Show up with the fucking games. And Microsoft blew it on every fucking thing. They blew it on everything. Oh man, did they just fuck it all up. Man, did Sony blow it. I mean, Microsoft. Microsoft blow it. I have no idea what the hell. No, I know what Microsoft is doing. And it seems that everybody's right. They're pushing away their console and going for more of an internal app inside their Windows machines, which isn't also making very much money. Because as we all know, Quantum Break is kind of a flop. I mean, it's still. There's no way in hell it's going to catch up with Uncharted, and Remedy is like basically probably going to be filing for bankruptcy and working with third-party developers to make ends meet. Yeah, I mean Sony brought the exclusive, Nintendo brought the exclusives, Microsoft didn't. And not only that, they threw out their Xbox One S because the original Xbox basically had nothing in the console and it was just mostly just air. I'm not joking. When you open it up, it's mostly just empty space. And they decided we can shrink it down, and even got rid of the power brick. And the prices in that $299 price of theirs is a deceptional bullshit because it's actually a lot more expensive to get the 2 terabyte version, even though you still can't remove the hard drive and replace it like Sony's hard drive. But how else could they screw it all up? Crossplay. The same thing that made the first person version of Shadowrun, not the other versions of Shadowrun, but the first person shooter, flop. And flop hard. Why? Because the PC guys were owning the console guys, and also it was just an unfair, unbalanced system, and Microsoft couldn't balance it out, so they had to kill the game. And now they're going to do it with all these other games. Because every single game that they introduced, Gears of War, Halo Wars 2, this is basically the last bunch of games that were all going to be exclusive. Even Scalebound's going on PC. What's the point of owning an Xbox? Just to play Halo 4, the only game that is exclusive on Xbox One. The only game. And that game already came out and it's not a big hit. I know. Somebody know, but they got Forge modes. No, that's all they got is Forge modes on the PC. But the rest of the game ain't. So technically, Halo 4 is the only one. This is an utter embarrassment. And they didn't present Scorpio because, as I know, that thing's going to be massively expensive. This whole PS4 Neo and that Xbox One Scorpio are going to be a disaster. Because people would rather go the cheaper route. The smart people. Only the hardcore gamers who are not that big of an audience that are going to go after it. I mean, are going to go after it, and and then Sony's going to realize that they want to go what the bigger money is and go with the previous models. And I know what you're saying. Well, why didn't Sony hold back their Neo and didn't show it? Simple reason: the Steam box flopped. It flopped hard. And it's probably got Sony rethinking. And of course, the only people who supported the Steam box were the hardcore gamers, and all saying that they were gonna sell like wildfire and redo the whole gaming industry, and it was gonna all be like cell phone. And no, it didn't exactly work out that way, did it? So now they're rethinking their strategies and realizing it's probably not a good idea. VR is gonna be a monocle hit for like about 2 months, maybe even less, and then it's gonna be forgotten about, just like all motion controlled. uh, People don't even remember the Wii motion controls anymore. The only reason why that was successful was because it was extremely cheap for consoles and the whole damn thing. It's a different world now that the Steam boxes didn't sell. I mean, Nintendo should be. I mean, Microsoft should be embarrassed what they just put out there. Of course, then you got all those other idiots like, "Oh, this was the best conference, crossplay all the way. None of it's gonna work because crossplay didn't work before on the Xbox 360 and ain't gonna work on the new Xbox One. And Steam machines are pretty much dead as dirt." I mean, every single fucking game was coming out on Xbox One and PC. All the games that they were showing. And they even said it. Yeah, they're ditching their Xbox One. They're showing a machine that, that's a $400 Xbox One S. That's how much it costs for a 2 terabyte hard drive. And Scorpio's probably going to be $700. Good luck on that. Of course, everybody's all mad at Ubisoft. Nothing surprises me there since Vivanti is busy taking over that company, or Nvidia, or whatever they call themselves. I don't care. The only thing that I wish they would have had South Park: The Stick of Truth. Not, I mean, that's great that they give us a free download of the game on the PS4 and Xbox One and PC, but they could have at least given us a separate version on the Xbox One and the PS4 that we can buy later on. I mean, it's a great game, but I want to be able to play the Stick of Truth, or so people can buy their own copy of their own physical version of that game. But no, the only way to get it on the Xbox One and PS4 is that you have to pre-order But Horror or whatever. I mean, that is a good game. It looks like a good game coming up, but I should be able to, be able to buy both games simultaneously, or be able to buy Stick of Truth later on without, because when the pre-orders is no more and the game is out, how else am I going to be able to get Stick of Truth? How? Talk to you later. Can Microsoft show off one exclusive? No, they couldn't.